Lagos Rising received a boost when Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu inaugurated new commissioners and special advisors to form his cabinet. During the ceremony, Governor Sanwo-Olu assigned portfolios to 24 commissioners and 14 advisors, urging them to work together. Let's share the story by TVC News senior correspondent Adedoja Salam Adeni with you.
The inauguration of the new Lagos State members of the executive attracted members of the Federal House of Representatives, senators, and Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Mr. Dele Alaki, among others. On arrival of the governor, the commissioner nominees and special advisors take oath.
Do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance.
The inauguration is coming after rigorous screening by the Lagos State House of Assembly. Governor Sanwo-Olu says it's a painstaking effort selecting the members of the Executive Council.
I'm not unaware of the feelings in some quarters that the initial rejection of some nominees by the Lagos State House of Assembly necessitated the submission of revised list of nominees, signify a call for arms between executive and legislature. Certainly not. I reject such feeling in totality. I thank the Right Honorable Speaker and members of the Great House for their diligence, cooperation, and contribution in this manner. To the new Executive Council members, this spirit of cooperation and collaboration with the Lagos State House Assembly is one that you must continue to build on. The people of Lagos State demand and expect the very best from you.
After highlighting his achievements in various sectors through the Things Plus agenda, in his first 100 days in office, the governor reels out the portfolios of the newly appointed cabinet members for the first time.
Honorable Commissioner for Transportation.
In a vote of assurance on behalf of the newly appointed cabinet members, Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Motosho, promises to move the state forward.
I assure you on behalf of my colleagues that we will not disappoint you. We will surely make you proud. Once again, we are grateful for this remarkable opportunity.
As commissioners, they are expected to assist the governor in overseeing the affairs of the state and actualize his Themes Plus agenda.
This is the first time a cabinet list would generate so much interest in Lagos State. For those who scaled through, this did not come on a platter of gold. They waited for weeks after their nomination. They are the survivors of the Lagos State House of Assembly screening that generated a lot of mixed reactions among Lagosians. Adedoja Salam Adeni, TVC News, Lagos.
Yes, quite tough getting this cabinet. It's a cabinet that came with a lot of controversy back and forth with the Lagos State House of Assembly and the Lagos State government. Majid, after the back and forth, now we have a cabinet finally.
Yeah, it shows you that Lagos is not a place where you see business as usual. Lagos is a state where you see, Lagos means business any day. You can see the crop of those who scale the hurdle. Brilliance. I watched their screening at the House of Assembly, and I give kudos to the governor, for selecting this crop of ESCO members to work with him in the next 4 years or thereabouts. Now, the likes of Professor Akin Abayomi, of course, you can see that, coming back as Commissioner for Health, you can see the furore and opera that is first rejection by the House of Assembly generated, especially that of the rejection of Benga Motosho, who was former Commissioner for Information, who has retained his post, and Professor Akin Abayomi. Lere Odushote, the former commissioner for education, who never made it back, Folashade, Folashade. Sorry, I can't get the surname now. And also the SA Works, Adeyoye, Aramide Adeyoye. So, but this shows you that Lagos will always produce the best. You can see a mixture of youth, experienced politicians like Mrs. Toke Benson, who has been saddled with a portfolio of culture and tourism as a commissioner, and who I will call the captain now. He spoke on behalf of the others. I mean, he's coming back as a second-term Commissioner, Mr. Gbenga Motosho, Information and Strategy. I mean, he responded on behalf of the others. So the governor charged them that they should know that out of about 22 million people, 38 of you will be his eyes and the eyes of the people, making sure that things move on. The green economy that Lagos is targeting, the mega status that Lagos is targeting comes to fruition. I mean, the Fort Mainland Bridge, the Massey Hospital, and the red line that is coming up. I mean, you can
After
see
the completion of the blue line.
You can see the blue line. I mean, the kind of heat the blue line and traffic the blue line is generating for Lagos. I say kudos.
You think you're abroad?
Honestly, kudos to the governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and his team. And I believe that they should give us, they should do better. They should not relent in the next 4 years.
Now we have the cabinet. Now we should expect the governor should start in earnest, and the wheel of progress should blow in full cylinder, because a lot of people have been complaining about Lagos, the state of our roads. Lagos roads, nothing to write home about. Lagos is now very dirty, and I say very dirty. And so now that we have a cabinet in place, we know who to hold responsible, and we know what is going on. And even in terms of security.
Yeah, I would like to apply the Shakespearean dictum of all when that ends well. That's the way we have seen it, that for those who expressed some sort of fear or displeasure when some of the commissioners were rejected, I tell them, I said, look, we are the one always talking of the legislature not being a lapdog of the executive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this time around, we are seeing that happening, and people are complaining. But you see, what happened there is just to show you that, look, it is not going to be garbage in, garbage out.
Yes.
What they have done, for me, is a very good thing. And just as you have said, Lagos has not stopped working. The only problem I saw initially was that the governor had so many things weighing him down. I mean, you as the head of the state, you have, when they complain about road, it is the governor they will talk to. When they complain about this, it is the governor they will talk to. But now that you have his commissioners, we know who to hold responsible. Yes. For instance, there are some, as you said, in fact, some roads now are so bad
Lagos.
that in fact, Lagos
unbearable,
has no, exactly. So what we need now is the commissioner for works and the advisor on works must put their hands on the plow and be ready to work day and night. I've seen some of it, that what they have been doing in the night, they work in the night. They must intensify this, because we are in the rainy season. The roads are getting bad every minute. So they need to work very seriously on that. And I've spoken, the last time we were here, I spoke about
let me just cut you short there.
Okay.
Let's quickly take this breather. We'll be right back after this time out. Please don't go away. It's still Journalist Hangout. Thank you for staying with us. It's Journalist Hangout. We're reaching you from TVC News here in Lagos, Nigeria. And I still have Moji Jamiu and Lainka Oyegbile. Before we went to that break, we're talking about governance in Lagos State.
Yes. As I was saying, you know, the last time we were here, we spoke about the health sector. I spoke about the health sector. Now that Professor Abayomi has come back, I believe very strongly
should work with
that he is going to
the stakeholders in that sector.
Exactly.
Be a team player.
Yeah, he's going to be
carry everybody along.
Exactly, a very strong.
He should stop being a one-man show thing.
I'm sure he has learned from what has happened, and
everybody in the health sector should be carried along.
Being a man that understands the terrain, things are going to be much more firm. I believe that for instance, like what happened at the hospital where the doctor died.
Yes.
Things like that, we must
Should not
now.
be Lagos.
In fact,
Lagos.
He should put his feet down, because when anything is going wrong, there's no need for us to manage when you know that things are bad. It's either you close it down. Let us complain that they close something down when it is bad, than for it to continue to manage and then you lose a life. So I salute the governor and his team very well, and I know that in the mantra, Lagos is rising and Lagos will continue to rise in their time. So they should work, as the governor has said, together with all the people in their sector and make sure that things move very well and accurately in the state.
And the governor will also need to work with the State House of Assembly.
Yeah, sure.
So that they can have this kind of harmonious relationship and to build to be passed on time.
Sure.
We won't see this kind of crisis.
It's the same party, and I believe that will be sorted out. The Governors Advisory Council, GAC, had to mediate during the imbroglio that happened when 17 of the first nominees were rejected. So I believe that will be sorted. But then, to the commissioners and
my friend was dropped. Liko Fatodu, very pained.
Yes.
Liko is one of our own.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Fatodu was dropped. I'm not happy with that.
I feel for that young man. I mean,
maybe Mr. Governor, please do something about that.
It's a story for another day.
Yes.
It got
rising star.
It got embroiled in mushing politics.
Yes.
But then I believe the governor will still find
good material. Liko Fatodu any day. Something Mr. Governor must look at.
Yeah, fantastic guy. But
yes.
Those of us who are youths are clamoring.
Yes.
Clamoring for.
You know what? What I see there is, what I see there is, because you didn't scale through as a commissioner or an advisor, does not mean you cannot
serve in another.
Exactly.
So, as a matter of fact, they can still serve as special advisors, non-cabinet.
And they can still be in any of this agency or government.
If they have the stamina and the quality, the governor will surely find something, and they will. Each of them will come back and do something. And just as you said, for me, I think this serves as a sort of lesson, or a sort of showing that, look, Lagos legislator is not in the pocket of the executive. Yeah. It has never happened before. Yeah. So it shows that, look, people have always been saying, give them anything, Lagos House will pass it. But this time around, this time around, I think now that everybody will wake up, both the commissioner, the advisors, and everyone that has anything to do with the assembly.
Doc.
Yes.
I believe the House of Assembly went too far, honestly. And I will say this because I watched the screening live on their streaming.
No, what you are seeing is not what they are saying, perhaps.
No.
Okay,
no, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Now, you ask a governor's nominee for the position of commissioner that if the governor calls you and the House calls you, who would you answer first? What kind of question is that?
No.
No, because I watched it.
No, that's a dilemma.
No.
What did Fashola say one time?
May your loyalty not be tested.
I mean.
So, above,
that kind of question.
Above all,
yeah.
I believe that these 38 men and women should count themselves lucky, and all the parties they have done yesterday, they should just end the party and start rolling their sleeves from this morning. And I believe I had they are all in Ekpe now for the ESCO retreat with the permanent secretaries and head of agencies. So after, I think by Monday, they should resume fully at work, and they should know that it's not going to be business as usual.
Yeah.
Lagos must continue to maintain that status of
That
excellence
lead
where
in the nation.
people come to, emulate good things and take back to other parts of the country. Right? It's very important.